Whew. Big thunder out there. Oh, some candy from when I was driving this thing. Dan here. DD speech up. Is that what I missed? Okay, shift change. Let's get this thing out. This pile of junk Nova. Replace it with another pile of junk Nova. Come on, girlfriend. Oh. That was on me. I was pumping it without the ignition on. This thing needs a gas pedal. Oh, ow. Whew. I said it needs a gas pedal. Yeah. Okay, let's see if this hot rod will fire up. Why are we doing this in the rain, Danielle? It's a squall. What was dragging there? Oh, to go with it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll happen. Whew.
Here, you gotta put this on the thing. You put the bucket, then the fish.
My parents brought this stupid fish.
We'll tell it whenever they come back from BC, they bring us something ridiculous.
They give us junk. This is kind of a two-man job here. The paint, Danielle, the paint. You didn't even come out with me? All right, close the door, it's cold out. Oh, I thought you were gonna do the laser. That was pretty agile.
You saw so much of your butt crack getting out of this car. I don't even think I could edit it out. It's so much, it's like...
Okay, you gotta blur it. Put in the merch. So, this car here, I brought it home a while ago. I did a quick video. I think I did a video on this when you were...
There's rain on them.
I think I did a video on this when you were gone. I changed rear end in it.
When I was gone, where did I go?
Weren't you gone when I did the rear end of this?
No, this came home when I was home.
Oh. Anyways, I was working on this when you were home. And so I've had this car for a better part of almost 10 years, 9-10 years.
We have it in a video of you changing the rear end right here.
Yeah.
With me.
Oh, you were there for it? I thought I muscled it by myself. I must have been confused.
Well,
So
you did muscle it by yourself. You called me lazy, but I was packing merch orders.
a lot of, I'll just plug the merch again, Danielle.
Did you speech on
Oh my God, let it go, man. So anyway, what was I saying there? Oh, it's 71 Chevrolet Nova. This is actually a pretty nice car. It's a real SS 4-speed car, which doesn't have the factory motor or transmission in it, and it had a 12-bolt posi when I got it. So I got this car, like I said, 10 years ago. Didn't have a whole lot of money. Not that we have much more now, we just waste it differently. But I had just bought a 64 Beaumont Chevelle. And I bought it, I brought it home, and a week later, this popped up. And I was looking for a Nova for a long time, and they just kept getting more and more expensive. And when I say more and more expensive, I'm talking like $5,000 or $6,000. And like a minimum was $10,000. And 10 years goes by, and it's amazing what these friggin' cars are worth now. So I think it was $3,000. paid for this thing, and it was in a bazillion pieces. It was up on a rotisserie. I didn't have the money. Murr bought it actually for me. So he fronted me the $3,000, and I brought it home. And at that time, it was before YouTube, that was before anything, we just kind of worked on it. So I worked on this thing for a full winter in just at my home garage, the small garage. And I actually kind of body worked it and did some nice stuff, and it's actually a really solid car. And then when it was time for paint, me and Murr went to go paint it, and right before even like the white is a high build primer, I then scuffed it on purpose so it would bleed through, and then we clear coated it with a matte clear. And the roof, when I got it, the whole car was sandblasted, and I like the idea of leaving the roof bare metal. I thought that'd be kind of neat. And down the road, we could always put a vinyl top on. But that's it. So it looks ratty, but it's actually a really nice and a really solid car. Yeah. Originally, I had a small block automatic in it, drove it around for maybe a year like that. And then I got a big block and a 4-speed I put in there, and the big block was tired, so tired, had no oil pressure, would overheat, didn't want to run, put a tunnel ram on it instead of fixing the motor as per usual. I had a Muncie 4-speed in it, M20. It would follow the gear. It was just plumb wore out. And it had 12 bolt in it with like a 308 gear. So just everything didn't work together at all. The one thing it did do good was go on the highway and rip. With the 3.0 gear, it would just tear. But being in the city, that was useless. So then we bring it out here, now we're in the country, and I changed the rear gear to a city gear. But it's so much nicer to drive now. So this thing was motor number maybe 2 that John Cecil put together for me. And it's, oh yeah, we did the valve covers. I forgot about this.
I just want everyone to know that one was yours and it looks like garbage.
Oh.
Mine looks great.
So this is, I think I didn't supply anything for it, a 355. It's solid lifter deal as well. We dynoed this thing. I think it made like 450 horsepower. It's got a pretty wicked little idle to it. This would be like slightly less rowdy than the 327 in your Chevy 2, but the right amount for if you actually want to drive it. Like I drove this thing to work all week and had no issues with it whatsoever, so it's been kind of tested now. Big honking radiator in it, and that's about it. A very simple setup.
And this motor was originally for when you thought you wanted a Camaro.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot I had those Camaros. Yeah, I had those 2 Camaros, and it was in there. It was cool. And this one I went kind of crazy on the list of parts. Oh, it's really raining out there. Or is that all the merch coming through? No. Oh, the amount of people plugging merch nonstop kills me. I can't stop it. Anyways, the only thing this thing needs now is a wiper motor, which I actually have in a Rock Auto box there on the ground. But maybe we'll get this thing up in the air and I'll just kind of show everyone. I had so many questions about this thing. It's crazy. People always ask, so it's got a stocker and 275/60 tires with a 15x7 steel wheel. Nothing crazy. The front tires, I don't know what they are. These are actually trailer tires I got, as I recall, because I like the tread on them. Oh, 205/75/15s. They fit and they don't rub. It's stock height in the back and the front. Stock springs, but it has tubular control arms. I don't know if that lowers it or not. Wow.
Well, let's get this thing in the air so we can bring my
Yeah. Let's get this thing in the air. We'll give it a once over. I want to show you how clean this thing is underneath.
Remember when you were like, no, it doesn't need the cover, it doesn't need the bucket, and I was like, let's maybe put the bucket on just in case, knowing our luck.
Show people what you look like. Give me the camera for a second.
I got home from Pilates and we instantly started filming. But they're missing very good facial expressions right now.
We'll see under there. So, this thing here, bear in mind, it's, I had a valve cover leak, which we have since fixed. Actually, it wasn't a leak. I had the valve covers on, but they didn't have any baffles in them. But, so, I put this thing together, like I said, 10 years ago, and I haven't done anything else.
It wasn't quite 10, it was more like 8.
Well, no, it was, we got together in the summer and it was that fall I got it.
Was it really?
Yeah, so it's just under 10 years. See, I haven't, like this was undercoated and everything 10 years ago, and this is just what it's starting to show. So I kind of wanted to go over it and just give it a quick once over. It's a super bare bones. It's a manual steering, manual brake car. There's nothing all to it. The subframe was powder coated, I think, when I got it. And this is like, look how old this is. All the brake lines, like steel brake line. I used everything as steel before all that copper, nickel copper stuff. It was kind of a big thing. Yeah, it's got a scatter shield. It's got a rebuilt M20 trans. This was the first like legit Flowmaster exhaust kit I ever bought. I think at the time it was $500, and I thought it was a lot of money. Now I wish I could pay $500 for it. And I love how this thing sounds. A couple of mufflers on it, old school slapper bars doing their thing. This thing was so, at the time, so cheap, I bought a used fuel tank and I cleaned it all out and put it back in. That's, like, look at this, all these vents and stuff. Actually, I gotta get on the vents because they're, this thing's a pain to fill up with fuel. But the subframe, again, is just mint. It has bolt-in subframe connectors. All the bushings are mint. I must have done those. It's got like a leaf pack or whatever in it. So I don't know, I think monoleaf is kind of a thing on these things, but I don't know if it's the slapper bars or what, but this thing doesn't wheel hop or nothing. You can let it rip. Oh yeah, there's some custom stuff here. I made my own little e-brake dealio. Look at this, I didn't even change the cable. That's like the factory cable would have come with it, I'm sure. Just cause, no dollars. Must have had a drive shaft cut for it at some point. And then, yeah, there was always a hole in the floor. I just had a piece of tin on it, but it's got a fancy Hurst shifter on it. Yeah, it's just a nice deal. It came with these control arms. I just put them on. Sway bar, looks like I just reused everything, put it all together. This one I just took my time, cleaned it up, and put it together. I guess I could grease it all. And then that was that. Honestly, like, look how nice this thing is, considering it hasn't been touched in 10 years. Even I'm impressed with it. Yeah, the rockers are mint on it. Oh, there's a little bit of floor patch right here I must have put in, maybe. I had to fix the bottom of the fenders. I remember doing that. But this is just like, so years ago, I used to build cars differently than I do now. I would take Mer's advice. Kind of a sucker would do that. So we'd actually, you know, do them and paint them and this and that, and that's what it was. And this was the first one, well, like I said, a few primer cars before that, but I went through the whole thing and I got to the end, thought I was gonna make a nice car, and I just couldn't do it and wanted to make it look ratty. And then I'm glad I did. And like Danny has said, it's, I don't know, it kind of is what it is. Everybody, it's iconic. But, I mean, everybody has a Nova, a yellow Nova with a black vinyl top on it. Like, who gives a crap about that? This is cool, it's different, it's unique. Unique New York. But there you go. Super simple car. There's very little to it. I mean, anybody can build this. Unfortunately now, everything would be a fortune. Like a fortune. Like I said, I paid $3,000 for this thing, and then I think I put door skins on it. I remember at the time the door skins were $99 a side. That's what they were for new door skins. So I put 2 new door skins on because it wasn't worth fixing them. They weren't even rusted. They had creases in them. I was like, eh. And then I think I put a lower fender patch on one of these. I don't know which one it was. Yeah, it must have been that one because it's got a lip on it. This one doesn't. So I put a little lower patch. And that was it. The rockers were mint. There was nothing touched. The quarters had been done at some point, but I must have showed it when I did the rear end. The wheel tubs were mint. Like, this is just, it was what it was is, I'm sure this car, it was a race car in the 80s, and it just, one of those things where it was probably too rough of a car at the time to restore. So if someone turned into a race car, beat the tar out of it. It had nothing inside. There was no interior. It was a roll cage. I just took the roll cage out 2 weeks ago. There's just nothing to it whatsoever. And it didn't rust because it was just sitting there as a race car. And as the driver started going away, this thing came around. And there you have it. Hasn't had a whole lot of miles put on it, but it is a whole pile of fun. I do love it, but like I said, it's time for a nut and bolt check on it because I don't remember the last time I did that. that the merch coming in?
Stop.
Okay, well, let's bring that Chevy 2 in. Do you think this is high enough, or has it got to go up another notch? Hopefully I put this thing in. Oh! And you were worried.
Well, after it's poured.
Let's go up one more click. So I said I'm actually going out of town here, so we'll just store the cars in here for now. I just want to hear this thing run again. I love the way this car sounds. Oh, rainbow. Oh, it's definitely windy. A little oily out there, Danielle. Oh, they left the window down. Who did that? The wipers work on this thing. This thing needs a set of spark plugs. What a hot rod. There you go. 2 Chevrolet Novas. Stacked. You know what the funny part is that these are, I mean, not that many years apart. And model year wise, like that's a 68 and this is a 64. So we're talking 4 years difference. You have to take a step back and look at the difference.
Take the fish off. Looks ridiculous.
My parents are idiots.
They're gonna be so happy to see it.
Oh my God, yeah. Oh, you liked the fish, did you? Oh. The wipers work on this thing and everything. Heater worked. It's mint. That's kind of a cool look, eh? Stackers. Wow. Very different, those cars. For not a whole lot of years apart. But there we go. Disconnect all the batteries. Leave these things in here and then I'm out of here. Be back in 7 days, Danielle. 7 days.
Sweet freedom.
Thanks for watching. As always, we appreciate all the support, the merch store and the merch. And if you could check out the merch and the merch and the giveaways and the merch.
Stop it.
We should join all the big guys and start giving stuff away. Anyway.
We've done that already.
I think that leaf spring's bent from where that slapper bar is hitting it.
Oh, it looks a little bent.
Huh. I will say, you're supposed to have the slapper bar hit the eye of the spring.
It's not doing that.
That is not doing that. Maybe it's just like that. You know what? We'll leave that for the next video when we're nut and bolt checking it. I'll make sure to take care of that perfectly. Thanks for watching. Comment below and we'll see you on the next one.